The second way proposed by the Buddha is mindfulness. Leaving behind is one method. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the energy that helps us to recognize the conditions of happiness that are already there. When we speak of the first exercise, breathing in, I know that we are breathing in. To become aware of our in-breath. When true awareness, when true mindfulness is there, it brings with it some kind of enlightenment, illumination. Enlightenment and illumination are the daily business of practitioners. You don't have to practice 10 years in order to get liberation, enlightenment, illumination. It is the matter of every moment of our daily life. When we breathe in, and if you are aware of our in-breath, suddenly you know that you are alive. Breathe, you are alive. And you touch the miracle of being alive. And that is already enlightenment. That is already illumination. There are those of us who are still alive, but they don't know that they are alive. But when we practice mindful breathing, we touch the miracle of being alive. So that is already awareness, that is already enlightenment, that is already illumination. And we can celebrate the fact that you are alive. When our mind is back with our body, we are established well in the present moment. And we are in a situation where we can recognize the many conditions of happiness that are in us and around us. And happiness does come naturally like that. So mindfulness is a source of happiness, a source of joy. With money, you can buy many things, everything. But happiness cannot be bought by money. Happiness is possible when you are able to release, when you are able to recognize the many conditions of happiness that are already there. Suppose you have strong feet, you still have strong feet, and you can enjoy walking or jumping or running. But if you are not aware that you have strong feet, you don't enjoy that. So breathing in, I know I still have strong feet, I can jump, I can walk, I can climb, and happiness comes like that. Breathing in, I know I'm aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart. And when I focus my attention on my heart, I know that my heart functions well. It is a normal heart. It has no problem. There are those of us who don't have a heart like that. And our deepest wish is to have a normal heart like other people. So to breathe in and to recognize that our heart is there. Our heart still functions normally, bringing well-being to us, nourishing all the cells in our body. Suddenly, happiness comes. And we can get in touch with many wonders like that within ourselves and around us. And that is the miracle of mindfulness. And therefore, it is always possible to bring a feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness with the practice of mindfulness. Remember, please, mindfulness is a source of joy and happiness. So mindfulness gave birth to joy and happiness. And now the Buddha tells us that another source of happiness is concentration. Samadhi, concentration. Concentration is something that is already there in mindfulness. When we are aware of something like this sunflower, and if we are truly aware of that, of the presence of the sunflower, and if we know how to maintain that awareness alive for some time, we see that we are concentrated on the sunflower. So the object of mindfulness becomes the object of concentration. The energy of mindfulness carries within herself the energy of concentration. When our mindfulness becomes powerful, our concentration becomes powerful. And when we are fully concentrated, we have a chance to make a breakthrough, to get the insight of what is there. What is there is the object of our meditation. We can get enlightenment, insight, focusing on just one thing. We can meditate on a cloud, the nature of a cloud, and we can get the insight about the nature of the cloud. We can touch the nature of no birth and no death of a cloud. Or we may meditate on a pebble. If we have enough mindfulness and concentration, we can see through the nature of the pebble. We can meditate on the person, on the other person. If we have enough mindfulness and concentration, we can get a breakthrough and understand the nature of that person. We can meditate on ourselves, or we can meditate on our anger, our fear, our despair, our joy, our peace. Everything can be the object of our meditation, namely of our mindfulness and concentration. And with a powerful energy of concentration, we can always make a breakthrough. Suppose we have, we use this kind of example. This is a lens receiving the light, the sunlight. And through the effect of the lens, the sun, the light is concentrated to a point. And if you put something like a piece of paper right on the spot of concentration, it can be burned. So when our mindfulness and concentration are powerful, we will get the insight. And it is that insight that will liberate us from our fear, our anger, our despair, and bring us joy, true peace, true happiness. When you contemplate the beautiful sunrise, the more mindful you are, the more concentrated you become, the more the beauty of the beautiful sunrise is revealed to you. So happiness is in function of mindfulness and concentration. Suppose you offer a cup of tea, very fragrant tea, very good tea. And if your mind is distracted, you cannot really enjoy the tea. You have to be mindful of the tea. You have to be concentrated on the tea so that the tea can reveal its fragrance, its wonder to you. And that is why concentration is also a source of happiness. And the Buddha proposed many kinds of concentrations, a practice of concentrations, like the concentration on impermanence, on no-self, on interbeing. And those, the practice of these concentrations can bring a lot of insight, can bring a lot of release, can bring a lot of happiness also. So after concentration, there is insight. And all these releasing, mindfulness, concentration, insight always bring joy and happiness. And a good practitioner knows how to bring a moment of joy, a feeling of joy, a moment of happiness, a feeling of happiness at any time of the day. She knows how to do that for her nourishment and healing. And then now she is strong enough. And she is now, her mindfulness and concentration is powerful enough for her to recognize the pain, the sorrow in her. She's no longer afraid. We usually are afraid of the pain inside. We want to run away from the pain, the suffering inside. We want to do things in order to cover up the suffering, the pain inside. We try to consume in order to forget our suffering. We listen to the music, we read books, we watch television, we do everything in order to not to get in touch with the pain, the sorrow that is in us. We want to cover up these blocks of suffering. But the Buddha proposed that we should get directly in touch with that suffering. And a good practitioner knows how to do it.